Okay, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this because, man, I'm gonna have to listen to James Charles for about 14 minutes, and I'm gonna give my opinion on this because I know that some people may not like what I will have to say. I'm gonna try to listen to him and see what I think of it because I don't know what to tell you guys, but um, James Charles got into a little bit of trouble. And what happened was he met a young man online, and what happened was he basically didn't realize that this young man was 16 or underage, and James Charles deliberately basically gave like image on images of himself naked in Snapchat, which got him into some deep trouble. And that's pretty much what's going on. And a lot of people are talking about this and also going after him for this because there's a lot of things going on that we don't know. And this is something people need to understand. This is kind of what happened because there is a lot of things going on that's been really crazy. Oh boy. And I guess this is something that needs to be addressed. All right, let's go ahead and just do that because it's sort of what's going on. And looking at this from a perspective, I think James Charles put himself in this position to where he basically got into some deep shit. And right now, people are out there canceling him because this is not the first time this happened. This happened multiple times with young men who basically claimed that he did something wrong. Um, I'm gonna keep it short because I gotta restart this computer. I've been updating it because I had some crappy issues with my computer lately, so I'm gonna pick the time here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of an hour here because that's what's going on. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, today. So there. So I'm gonna listen to James Charles. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Hopefully, you guys would be entertained by this because I think this. I'm gonna listen to him and judge for myself what's going on. So here we go. Because this was released on April 1st. I hope this is not like some April Fool's joke, but this is what he had to say. So let's listen.
Hello everyone, James Charles here, and today I'm going to be making a very important video about a very important
Let me
topic. As many of you
amp
guys
up
know,
the.
about 2 years ago now, I was involved with a very public online scandal in which some fellow YouTubers made some very serious accusations against me, and within the past couple of weeks, similar accusations are being made again, and I think it's very important that I get on camera and talk to you guys honestly about what is going on. When this first happened 2 years ago, I uploaded a video to my channel called No More Lies, and that video was a very planned video. It focused on receipts and screenshots and defending myself in the situation, but I want you guys to know that this video that I'm going to be making today is going to be nothing like No More Lies. This is not exactly planned. I don't have a script. I will let you guys know that I do have just some notes in front of me of points that I want to make because this is a very, very serious topic. But today's video is going to be from the heart, and I'm going to focus on what happened, the conclusions that I've come to, and most importantly, holding myself accountable for my own actions. First and foremost, I need to say sorry. I owe a massive apology to anybody that I've hurt or anybody that I've made uncomfortable with my actions. And I also want to say I'm sorry to my friends, family, and fans that have to watch another one of these videos because you shouldn't have to, and this is really, really embarrassing. When this all started online a few weeks ago, it sparked a large conversation and many people have shared their thoughts and opinions, and I want to take some time to address literally everything in today's video. But before doing that, I want to make it really, really clear that I fully understand my actions and how they are wrong. There's no excuse for them, and I don't plan on making any in this video either, and I hope that you will choose to watch it all the way through. I also just want to make a quick note as well that I'm filming this on the night of March 31st. It is currently 12:54 in the morning. I'm alone here in the studio, and I know that when I upload this tomorrow, it is going to be April Fool's Day, which is awful timing because this video and this topic is not a joke in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want anybody to think that it is, but I also don't want to wait any longer to speak about this. I want you guys to know that this is very, very important to me, and I'm taking this very, very seriously. The last thing that I want to say before I just get into it is that I think it's important that I provide a trigger warning for this video. There's going to be topics and things talked about that are very, very sensitive to some people, and I don't want anybody to have to listen to those if they don't want to. So I'm just letting you know right now. But with all that said, I think it's time that we talk. In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks, 2 different people, both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages with me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Upon finding out, I was immediately embarrassed and blocked both people. Later on, when I saw them making videos about it and those videos going viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset. I wanted to get on camera and film another No More Lies video where I gather all my receipts and all my screenshots and try to tell my side of the story and then just move on from the situation. And now, looking back, that was so stupid because as I did more research on these topics and self-reflected, I realized that the receipts and the screenshots and the specific details of the interaction really don't matter because I fucked up. And I needed to take accountability for my actions and most importantly, apologize to the people that were affected by them. These conversations should have never happened, point blank period. There's no excuse for it, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, and I take full responsibility for that. I trusted the information that was given to me rather than the information I could have and should have gotten myself. In both of these situations, doing research into these people's public social media profiles would have revealed their true ages, and therefore these conversations would have never happened in the first place, but I didn't do the research, and that is what is so embarrassing. As an adult, it is my job and my responsibility to verify who I'm talking to, and therefore there is no one to blame for this other than myself. To the guys involved with this situation, I want to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I added you, I'm sorry that I flirted with you, and I'm really sorry if I ever made you uncomfortable. It is completely unacceptable. I was being reckless, and after looking back and finally realizing that this was my own fault, I started doing a lot of thinking and reflecting to really try and figure out why I was actually allowing myself to be so reckless in the first place. In all other areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of things, and I couldn't understand why relationships were the one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me so different? And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and intervene here and point out something about James Charles. And the weird thing about James Charles is that I can see the problem with him. He's a young, rich, gay man. And I kind of see the situation with him because I used to remember a video by Buddha, I forgot his name, a YouTuber. I remember Justin Bieber had this situation to where he gets the media coming after him, and surprisingly, watching the video that Justin Bieber was like, I want to have a conversation with you man to man, and I kind of had to respect for Justin Bieber because yeah, what he did in the past was pretty stupid. And James Charles has the same problem as Justin Bieber. And the funny thing is, I think this is the song that kind of describes James Charles' situation. Let me go ahead and look it up because I had to look up some images, so I had to use that image for James Charles. This is the song that kind of describes the situation with James Charles. Let me see. Justin Bieber song Lonely. The song called Lone. That's the song. That's the song that people should be surprised by. That by Blenny Blanco. And the lyrics is basically like this. Let's see if I can look up the lyrics. The lyrics for this thing. Everybody knows my name now, but something about it feels strange. Looking in the mirror, trying steady yourself, seeing somebody else, and everything is not the same now. It feels like all our lives have changed. Maybe when I'm older, called down, but it's killing me now. If you had it all, but nobody to call, maybe you know me. 'Cause I've had everything, but no one listening, and it's just effing lonely. I'm so lonely. Everybody knows my past, like my house was always made of glass, and maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age, and everybody saw me sick. And I feel like that's pretty much James Charles. That is pretty much the lyrics that describes James Charles. He is the lonely gay man, and that's the truth. That's pretty much what James Charles is. That's what's going on with James Charles. He is the most loneliest gay man, but the funny thing about it, there's another YouTuber that I recall. I forgot her name. She's also a makeup YouTuber, but she's transgender, and I recalled there was some drama surrounding this transgender YouTuber. And the sad part is like, she also, even though she was successful as a YouTuber, the sad thing about her is that she was paying this guy to date her. And in return, get him some modeling jobs and everything. And I forgot her name. And I recalled that this was kind of a sad story too, because Sip did a very good video of this, and I thought it was a really good video because it describes her situation. And the problem with James Charles is that he's I hate to say it, he has the money, he has the fame, but he can't find a good relationship. That's his problem. And I can see that he feels so lonely that he can't find the right Mr. Right. And I can see that he's attracted to young men in a way. Sort of creepy, but sort of sad too, because he basically realizes that people are taking advantage of him. And what he did was pretty stupid. And the thing I don't really understand about him is that he basically put himself in this position and realized what he did was stupid. Because he not just did it one time, he did it twice. And then I think, again, he fell for it so many times that he should learn better. Because this already affects his reputation. And it already is. But the sad part is that what's going on here is that James Charles, yeah, he messed up. And he admits wrongdoing, but the sad thing is that he's a rich gay man who could easily probably get anybody, any any gay man that would that or gay for pay or pretty gay for pay guys to date him. He could easily get those guys. I'm pretty sure. Because he is well known. He is a rich YouTuber, and I'm pretty sure anyone would love to date him. But the problem is that his personality and everything kind of is hard. I can see why he feels lonely, and I can see why he was desperate for affection and love. But at the same time, what he did was pretty stupid, and he should have never gone all in on this one because he should have known better. He should have been sure and made sure, hey, how's it going? Because sure, that guy was pretty attractive. Sure, this guy was, but don't go all in and try to get to know them better, James. That's pretty much what you should have done, and you should have talked to them and say hi, how's it going? Because there are people out there that will possibly take advantage of you, James. But I can see that you are a very lonely person. That's what pretty much what it is with him, is that's pretty much this whole song is basically about him. What if you had it all and nobody to call? Maybe you know me, because I've had everything, but no one is listening, and that's just effing lonely. I'm so lonely, lonely. I'm so lonely, lonely, and I do feel bad for him because that's this whole song from Justin Bieber kind of describes him. That's pretty much what James Charles is. He's a very lonely gay rich man who has a lot of talent for being a makeup artist. He actually does have a lot of talent for being a really good makeup artist. He's like the Harry Potter of makeup artist. Like he is the gay wizard of makeup artist. And it's sad that this guy gets shitted on because he made not just one mistake, two mistakes. And yes, he is going to take accountability for his actions because, yes, he basically admitted, yes, I did the stupidest thing. Is it forgivable? Yeah, it's forgivable, and I'm not going to try to cancel him for it. I understand some people want to cancel him. I get that people want to cancel him over his ill behavior, but let's continue on and listen to what he has to say.
I do understand that with these videos coming to light, it's really starting to, not even starting, it's really looking, period, like I'm actively searching for younger people to be in a relationship with. And I just want to say firsthand that that is absolutely not the case. My hope has always been to be in a relationship with somebody around my age or older that I can relate to and that can make me laugh. And unfortunately, I've not been able to find that person yet, but the idea of actually being in a relationship became so important to me that I was willing to trust too quickly, miss out on red flags, and most importantly, not take the precautionary measures that really anybody, but especially somebody with a public platform, should be taking before talking to anybody. And there's no excuse for that. When I've watched videos in the past of people talking about serious topics, such as this one, it's always really bothered me when people would talk about conclusions or changes that they're going to make without actually talking about how they got there in the first place. So I think it's really important that I do that in this video. I just honestly think that I owe it to you guys to kind of walk you through the reflection that I've been doing, so you know that I'm taking this seriously, how I came to terms with my desperation, and how it led me here. In 2019, my dating life became even more public than it already was when I was called out and labeled as a predator. You guys, I feel like at this point, all know the story, so I don't want to go back into details, but pretty much I had to get on camera and prove that I was being lied to. I had all the receipts to back it up, but at the time I also recognized that I definitely needed to change the way I was going about dating because clearly something was not working. And in that video, I made a vow and a promise to myself and to you guys as the audience that I would be way more careful moving forward. And that promise was not one that I kept. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, at the time that I posted No More Lies, I really thought that like the only issue was kind of like the straight guys and being lied to. But I now realize that it was obviously a much deeper problem, and I really wish that at that time I had spent the time to sit down, look at myself in the mirror, and try to get to the root of the problem and understand why I was actually allowing myself to get into these situations instead of just brushing it off and saying like it's the straight guys and it's the lie. But like I said, I didn't, and as time progressed, my desire for a relationship never really went away, and I slowly started ignoring red flags again, and also ignoring my friends and the important people around me that warned me that I was going to get hurt. And to them, I also feel like I really owe an apology, because I should have listened, and I feel like if I did, we probably wouldn't be here today. Looking back now and just trying to do my best.
Okay. I can see the problem with him is that a lot of people take advantage of his kindness in a way, because I know that he's legitimately trying to tell people, look, I admit I did wrong, and I'm not very smart at this. And I can see that the point that he's making here, that he sees people try to take advantage of him, and the fact that people he ignored the people that tried to give him the best advice possible to avoid these type of things, and he really made his own mistake on this. I can see his problem right there when he mentioned this. Now, I can admit that I felt stupid in the past when I should have listened to my family more better, and I admit that I'm kind of glad that now I'm listening to my father and my mother a lot, and my sisters, because without them I wouldn't be alive. And I have to thank them so much for, even though I had, like, I admit I was a real fuck up, but I admit I had to move forward, and thanks to my family's advice, I listened, and I realized, I'm doing okay now. As for James, he has a lot of money. Like, dude, come on, you could easily, just, do a charity or something. I don't know. Just fix the situation. And I don't know if he's going to mention this in the video, if he's going to do a charity or something. I don't know, but let's see what happens next, because he does make, I think so far he makes some interesting points. Yes, he admits that he realizes that he messed up, and he was very lonely, and that's the thing about James Charles, is that I kind of realized, yeah, he's the richest guy in the world who can't find a good relationship with another man who would date him. He would probably get the gay for pay guys, but I don't know. Let's continue on with it and see what happens, because I like to continue listening to him.
To piece this all together in my head, I think that my lack of experience when it came to dating growing up, and then all of a sudden having a lot of attention from different types of men, some for good reasons and some for bad reasons, really affected me in ways that I didn't quite understand. I honestly just thought that I had really, really bad luck and that I was being taken advantage of, when that wasn't the case at all. And I had the mentality that I could reach out to literally anybody and use my Explore page and For You page as a dating app, and eventually I would just happen to find the right person. But that's just not how dating works, literally at all. It's gross, it's weird, and it's desperation. I just really thought it was important to share my thought process and the conversations that I've been having with myself and professionals behind the scenes in order to help myself fully understand the situation, so I could properly hold myself accountable for how I got here in the first place. When these videos started to come to light, power imbalance became a really large topic of conversation on social media, and rightfully so. In 2019, when I had my whole situation, I was accused of abusing my fame, money, and power to get what I wanted. And when I responded to that at the time, I said that that was disgusting and that I would never want to do that. And to this day, I still stand behind that sentiment 1000%. So when it was getting brought up again, I got really, really frustrated and was trying to understand, because I was thinking to myself, like, okay, I know that this situation shouldn't have happened. I know that this conversation shouldn't have occurred. I take responsibility for that. But at the same time, like, they DM'd you first. They lied to you. They flirted first. Like, you didn't use your fame, money, and power to get anything. But I've now realized that that mentality is completely wrong, because a power imbalance can happen even when it's not intentional. What I wasn't getting before is that the excitement that comes with talking to a celebrity is literally enough to make somebody do or say something that they normally wouldn't, even if that celebrity isn't intentionally weaponizing their fame, money, or power. And that's the concept that I just wasn't getting, but I now do. Even though I'm able to turn off my social media and just talk to somebody outside of the spotlight about something normal, in normal clothes and no makeup on as James Dickinson, that doesn't change the fact that to them, I'm still James Charles. And that's something that I can't turn off. For me, having a public platform has become such a huge part of my life that at this point, it does feel normal. But I have to understand that to 99.9% of people, it's not normal and will never be normal. And that's where the power imbalance lies that I wasn't understanding. But I'm so glad that I finally do, because like I said in 2019, taking advantage of that power imbalance is something that I would never.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and point out something about James Charles. He was the one that influenced a lot of the stuff. Actually, one particular thing that happened on YouTube, especially the rules that they applied on YouTube to basically stop making fun of gay people. That kind of happened on YouTube. He was the one that kind of enlisted the TOS policy for that one, to stop making fun of people based on race, gender, sexual orientation, and all that other stuff. That kind of was the thing that happened on YouTube. He was one of the few YouTubers that influenced that idea policy, and a lot of people, I can understand, had an issue with James Charles over this and had like an axe to grind towards James Charles, because that's what happened. A lot of the people that are upset with him doing that still have a grind to axe with him, and that's kind of the thing that I seen from social media and a lot of people going off on James Charles, and the fact that it ruined a lot of people who make YouTube content because of the policy, that the TOS policies that they inserted into the whole thing. Now, the thing about this is that I know that some people want James Charles to be canceled, but at the same time, I'm willing to forgive James, but the problem is, this is a little bit more than what you might think. I know some other people may not forgive him because that's something that people, because luckily, James didn't bother to have sex with the kid. If he did, yeah, he would be in trouble. But showing images to the kid, he should have never done, because he was stupid, and that's what is going on. Now, did the police get involved? I don't know. And the problem is that should the police be involved in this situation? That can be debated. And that's something that needs to be talked about, because what he did, James Charles, man, who catfished a straight man. Well, dudes, apologies are not sincere at all. I understand, man. That's the thing. I'm like trying to figure out what James Charles has said. I need to download the Discord. I forgot to download because I just recently got this computer and I'm kind of pissed off about this. Oh, man. Discord. Man, I need to download the Discord. That reminds me, I forgot to download the Discord because I would like to talk to you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh man, yeah, because I need to download that Discord. Hold on, I'm gonna download Discord right now and talk to you because I want to talk to you, man. Yeah, I know he blocked an underage user. Yeah, he did. That's what's going on because right now a lot of people are kind of surprised what he did. And a lot of people are upset with him. But listening to what he has to say, should he be forgiven? That's the question. I'm going to try to get on Discord for a moment and try to get my buddy on because I haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't talked to him. And I want to see what he thinks because I want to hear what you have to say, Skylar. I'm going to try to get on and try to get you on the. Yeah, because I'm going to try to get on Discord. But in the meantime, detecting account. Try. Alright. Let me get on my Discord. Alright, here we go. Log in. Got it. Log in. Mobile device. See if my mobile device works. Get on my Discord. I already got it. Yep. Let's see here. I'm going to try to get on my Discord here. I'm not going to put in my code. Oh, here it is. I'm going to try to get on Discord. See if I can log in. Yeah. Okay. Let me get on my Discord here. Jesus Christ.
Hi.
What's up? Oh, Jesus. Help desk. Ay, Dios mío.
Okay, so
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey.
oh, for those who don't know me, I'm Louis, but also known as Spectre Red, and I'm one of JT's friends.
Yeah.
So how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, this is what's going on. What do you think what I had to say about James Charles?
Well, in the case of James Charles, he did the right thing By blocking the underage users because that might involve even more issues than what he would be involved in.
Yeah.
I commend him for that one. And when it comes to an apology, if he truly repents about about what he how should I say this? If he truly regrets what he has done, yes, we should be forgiving him. But we cannot forget what the stuff that this man did.
Yeah, especially what he did to YouTube.
Yeah, we cannot forget what he did to free speech as well. As well with YouTube,
Yeah.
because Susan Wojcicki is a fucking authoritarian. Hmm. True and true. She is a totalitarian in the sense that if it doesn't go her way, nothing goes her way, and you will be either demonetized, blacklisted, or a combination of all of them.
Yeah, because I was like looking at I was looking at James Charles, and I realized, you know that song by Justin Bieber
Um, which one?
called "Lonely."
Oh, uh, I'll be honest with you. When it comes to Justin Bieber, you know,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him, but you know,
yeah,
but
not only because he's a bad singer, it's because he's a douchebag. Holy shit!
yeah, but I found out there was a video by I forgot his name, Buddha.
I do recall that he got canceled because of a joke he did about Latinos. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
he did.
Oh, come on, man.
He dated one for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
Uh,
no. God, that guy was.
yeah, honestly, it was honestly, if it was a joke, there was no grounds for canceling him. But unfortunately, you know how social media is. These people are anal.
Yeah, they're anal about this. Even with James Charles, I know that they even brought back like Patricia Payanis. Like Patricia tried to
Okay.
cancel him, but then again, you find out she was like touching a boy's a young boy, a 16-year-old boy's underwear. Patricia Payanis. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like they were showing a
Dude,
video of it. Like I was like surprised.
I'll be honest with you. The sometimes the worst moralists are the ones who are the most degenerate.
I know. But she is a degenerate. That's the weird thing about it. Is like she's trying to do porn with with butt plug. Like she was doing like her own OnlyFans stuff, and I'm just like,
Oh, bitch, you nasty. Bitch, you nasty. For real. Regarding Patricia Hernandez, that bitch nasty.
no, it wasn't Patricia. It was like Payetas. I forgot her name. Like
Oh,
the girl
no,
that
I know, Trisha Paytas. That was the that was what's her name? The that one YouTube influencer who
the blonde
tried to
blonde hair.
yeah, yeah, that bitch is faking her tits.
I know. We're like, what? Like the stuff that was leaked out was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the problem when it comes to influencers. They did their hot shit
They got
until it
caught.
finally got the yeah. They did their hot shit, like be the most moral human beings until it
Yeah,
finally caught up to them, like
yeah,
an old ghost from the past.
yeah. And I was like comparing the situation with James Charles to Nikita Gunn. Like they're both like like
I
Nikita
remember, I,
Dragun.
I remember it's a Gundam talking about this dude, like
Yeah,
eons ago when he did the catfishing,
yeah,
and that's probably why how I know about this guy.
yeah. Because he dressed up as a girl, trying to claim he's a girl.
Not just that, the fact that the dude was catfishing straight meant to have sex with him.
Yeah, it was funny.
I
Like
mean,
that.
come on, dude.
Yeah, like. But the funny thing was like Jeffree Star, was
Oh, that was
ups.
the other one.
Yeah,
I
there was.
forgot.
Yeah, because he had a drama with Jeffree Star, and the funny thing was that he brought up his boyfriend into the whole drama, and
Damn.
yeah, that was the thing. Like James Charles and oh boy, and he actually had the receipts. That was the one thing, because thanks to PewDiePie, he saved his ass.
Just
Despite
funny running the
despite
kid.
despite all, people calling him alt right Nazi and everything, PewDiePie was the only one that helped him.
Of course, just because Felix is honestly, Felix is one of the most wholesome YouTubers you can find on the internet on this
I know,
planet.
and people think he's the worst person in the world, but he actually helped James Charles within his situation, regardless of what people thought. He basically listened to the lady story and said, "Okay, this is a business thing. Okay, that's what happened," and he basically helped James Charles because he knew that this was sort of a con job type of situation, trying to cancel him.
Yeah, coming from someone who got canceled, to another person who got canceled. Of course, Felix had to help him out because honestly, the Twitterati are fucking brutal.
Yeah, because the Twitterati is kind of like, especially with Star Wars and all that stuff. That was kind of funny. Yeah, because
I remember.
they try to cancel quartering.
Again,
Yeah, and it failed.
they tried. How many times are we gonna cancel Jeremy? Honestly,
Like, it's because of the whole Star Wars thing. Like, he was reporting the news on Star Wars, and it
oh
turns
yeah,
out it
it,
turns
it,
out one of the people that tried to cancel him was a part of the whatchamacallit, was a part of the Rilo fan base. The
oh
Raylo, the
Raylo.
Raylos, yeah, the Raylo fan base, the fan base that went after Adam Driver.
Oh dear lord. I think I wrote something about how these people went out after DC Ridley because fucking hell, these people are ruthless.
Yeah, they were ruthless, and yet people didn't understand the situation. Like, but because this lady was basically accusing them, falsely accusing quartering of saying, "Oh, the Railers had nothing to do with it." Yeah, they were involved because they threatened everybody.
And even more so that he has gone full litigious. He's gonna be suing their ass soon.
Yeah, because they were literally going after him for it.
Yeah, the minute you go after the man's
Livelihood,
sponsor, yeah,
livelihood. You
the,
are.
the gloves come off.
Yeah, because this was basically the Star Wars. This was basically a Star Wars internet drama war. And that's why I had to do that intro thing that I did on my video on. Like, I made a video of it.
I'm actually surprised they haven't done that after that. You know what? I think these are probably the same people who went out to Clownfish TV for this show as
Yeah.
well. Because they're also reporting about the issue with Disney Star Wars, and it's an absolute mess. It's a how should we say we have a term for this in Spanish. Arroz con culo. This is an entire rice with ass situation over here.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah, it's that bad. Like, people were doing this. Like,
You
I was
wanna
kind of surprised. Like, oh, great. They did a copyright claim on my video. Like, let me
look
see
at the
what.
lips though.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
not even gay, but I do got the lips.
Yeah, because I even did that whole cancel song. Yeah, what you gonna do when they cancel your ass? And that was from Vine. I forgot his name, Ace Vine. Like that was I had to use that song because that was the whole situation. Like they were gonna cancel
Was
everybody.
it was it by any chance a parody of that one the Cops theme song? Because it sounds like it.
Yeah, it was from Ace Vine, the YouTuber, actually, who's like the Instagram guy that does those little cartoon voices.
Oh, I don't have Instagram. At least I never
But
bothered to
he
make it
but
this.
he but he made videos of he used like I can show you his YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it.
So, anyways, my personal opinion, if James is willing to change his if James is willing to separate his professional from his personal life, there will come a time where people will apologize, or people will forgive him. But it will take a long time before that happens.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Now that being said, I actually don't have outside the catfishing thing. I don't have a horse in this race regarding James Charles. I know the man is very influential in the makeup community.
Yeah, he's like the Harry Potter of the makeup community. He's the gay
No, no,
wizard
no.
of he's the gay wizard of the makeup community.
With it.
Yeah, he's the
That's
gay wizard of the makeup community. He's like he if you look at him back then with the pictures of him, he had glasses on. He almost looked like Harry Potter.
Now that being said, I do remember the situation with that. With what's her name? What's her name? Tati. Yeah, Tati. That's I don't know her last name, but that the chick who helped him, and then he threw her under the bus.
Oh yeah, he did.
Until the man makes amends with the people that he did under the bus, it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen.
I
It
know
ain't gonna happen.
I know he had problems. I know he had Shane Dawson with him. I know he had like they're the million subscriber club.
What the hell was that about? I don't actually remember that
The
much.
million subscriber the million subscriber club is a bunch of YouTubers that made over a million subscribers.
Ah.
Yeah, and James Charles is a part of it. And usually, YouTube usually allows him to come in.
Oh yeah, and then the motherfucker has to speak with the CEO and so on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we call the million subscriber club. And there's also the fact that a lot of people like to talk about a lot of things with the YouTube community about a
Uh,
lot of things. Like I know Jeffree Star. I know that there's also Nikita Gunn, Dragon, whatever her name is.
no, it was gun.
Yeah, Dragoon or something like that. Her thing was like she got exposed by her fake boyfriend. And I know that
Let me
they
get.
both were. I know James and her are both good friends, and I think they both had an issue.
In all honesty, um, what else am I gonna? What else do I have to say about about old James Charles over here? Um, you know, besides making up a mess for your past mistakes, if you can also not be a complete fucking piece of shit, that would be great.
Yeah, and that's what people
Because
are gunning for him for
I mean,
past
for
issues.
honestly, I'm gonna be called a homophobe, but somehow that is a massive trait with the gay community. I'm not even gay, but I know that I know gay people who are completely fucking savage,
Yeah,
and some are absolutely. Um, I don't even like this word, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. But toxic is the best term I could come up for this
yeah.
for some
That
of these
that
people.
that's that's pretty much what I would describe it as toxic.
Yeah, there were some times that they actually made that community look absolutely terrible. I mean, what
Yeah.
do you think that? I mean, it's Puerto Rico alone, and we already turned 1 year from the murder of cancel culture kills
Yeah.
as well because this is what happened in Puerto Rico like a year ago. A transgender. No wait, yeah, it was a transsexual.
Who was homeless.
Yes, yeah, Alexa.
Alexa.
She
Yeah.
Alexa, yeah, yeah. Alexa got supposedly. The thing was, Alexa was paranoid schizophrenic,
Yeah.
and she always carried a mirror with her because she basically thought that she was being followed. I mean, all this considered being disowned by your parents because you came out to them being gay,
Yeah.
and what happened was some Karen thought that the dude was being a child molester. And then everyone on my Facebook feed was basically sharing her. I mean, I've actually eaten at the same Burger King where this shit happened.
Yeah.
It's actually
All
yeah, it's
because she
actually
wanted. All because she was in the bathroom.
yeah. She was using the female bathroom, despite the fact that she was biologically a man.
Yeah.
And then a couple of hours later, a bunch of people went and shot her. A couple of days before that, I remember watching a video of a dude who was helping her out. He bought something to eat.
Hmm.
He wanted to help her out.
Yeah.
I mean, this was somewhere between the pandemic at the quarantine in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
This is during the and then 1 year later, well, I don't remember if they found the people who shot her, but sometimes, yeah, it is pretty bad. I mean, I'm not personally a progressive. I don't consider myself a progressive, but when it comes to gay rights, um, I mean, it's more common sense than anything else. I mean, treat them the way you want to be treated.
Yeah. Because the kid was homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chick who did the post was never prosecuted.
Yeah.
She never was. Like,
Well, I have a feeling that they'll probably follow her. The people who, because God knows the LGBTQ have would hold a grudge.
yeah, there was now that being said, mm, what else? What else has been I what all this is said that I had treated James Charles a bit more like a joke than anything else because I don't really take him seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not makeup is not my thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
I like.
And yet
I
he's
mean,
he's getting a lot of women like him. Like he's like the from what I understand, like women.
not just women. There are kids who like this dude
Yeah, they
because
do.
they want to be like him. Because they want to be like him. I remember watching. I think it was one of those. Oh yeah, it was a video by Red and what's his name from the Fun Brothers.
Hmm.
Where he surprised a bunch of kids by bringing him like this really expensive makeup kit.
Yeah,
I
a
was,
really
I,
expensive, a really expensive makeup kit,
yeah,
and it was
I
from.
honestly think I
And
honestly thought it was pretty wholesome because if you want to be a makeup artist,
yeah, because makeup artists make a little bit of money. It's not like unless you're like, and I know FX makeup artists make money too. Like if you go to Hollywood, or you learn to use the craft of making like blood injuries or something like that,
yeah,
they pay money. I know
oh yeah,
that because I used to remember some. I even followed a Russian FX makeup artist, and she was really professional. She even cosplays, and I remember she showed off some stuff on Instagram, and she was really nice. Like she basically explained like the process, like she showed off the process and everything on Instagram, and even showed like the films that she was in that she did independently, and it was kind of cool looking at all the because it was all makeup.
Yeah, and contrary to popular belief, not all makeup artists are homosexual.
Yeah, not
Contrary to
all of them. Not all of them are. I know Michael.
but
What's it?
I know it's a rarity in that area, especially because of working with models. But
Yeah, yeah. There's even the female variety too in that profession, and then there's also the male variety that does makeup professionally.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, some of these people have insane talent. Like I've seen one of a chick who turned herself into a rubber girl by drawing her body, like she was twisting herself. It
Yeah,
was a, it was a, it was a, it was a wild shit.
yeah. Because there's a lot of professional makeup artists could that could pull it off, and they get paid a lot of money to do it. Like for television, if you're lucky, you probably won't get paid a lot. I know that, but there are certain businesses if they want you to do like per hour or something like that, or doing in the mornings or early mornings or such like that. That's kind of the thing that I from what I heard from professional makeup artists that do this type of stuff. When they do television, all that stuff, they have to get up early in the morning. They have to apply makeup to these people. They have to do or afternoons, depending on what time they show up. Because sometimes some of them show up late.
Oh, and then there's the fact that some of the people who are hard are really fucking anal.
Yeah,
There's always one.
yeah. There's also the hair and makeup ones too. The hair and makeup artists.
Her hairstylist.
Yeah, hairstylists, like they do the hair and then also the makeup. They do those two. Like they're like they're beauticians.
Well, yeah, that is the proper term, albeit that is the proper term, beautician, albeit hairstylist would be someone who specializes in hair,
Yeah,
and
hair and
I
makeup
mean,
is beautician, I believe.
yes, indeed, not just that, but also, but yeah, not also that, but also aesthetics.
Yeah.
For
The funny
example,
thing was, they compared James Charles to a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
oh, holy shit! Now that I think of it, yeah, I remember that. I remember people saying that the man had a stand.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Have you guys ever seen the artwork of this adventure? It will turn the straightest dude gay. Like
Yeah.
not, and this is kind of this is from a dude who's a fan of the series. Honestly, if you watch the show, you will possibly be a closet homosexual.
Yeah. I used to remember
It
watching the original series, and I haven't turned gay yet. I rather watch
either
yeah.
it
I watched the Golden Wind. I'm just like, eh.
uh all things considered, Golden Wind was good, but it wasn't on the same level of, let's say, to me, in my opinion, it wasn't the same level as Battle Tendency or Diamond is Unbreakable. A lot of people will end up referencing the third arc, Stardust Crusaders, more than anything else.
Yeah.
Battle, but yeah, the thing is, it's not really gay, but rather homoerotic, like borderline.
Borderline. Yeah.
It's borderline,
It's
basically.
borderline. Yeah. And yet everyone's like comparing his hairstyle to that. I was like,
I think now that's the thing. If you insult Josuke's hairdo,
Yeah.
he will fucking kill you
Yeah, because
because
yeah.
talk mad shit about Johto just gets hair and he will fucking kill you. That pompadour is insane. As a matter of fact, I remember something about how Hiko Araki, the man who created who created the series, said that Rachel from Blade Runner was a direct inspiration for Just Gets Design.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, it's real. Just Gets Design was influenced by none other than Rachel from. Oh, what's this? Bruce Schroeder is saying, off subject, whoever donated $1,000 to a Russian guy who killed his girlfriend, did he ever get charged for the crime?
I have
Uh, oh, I think I know. This was the one where he yeeted her out the window or some shit.
no, he left her out in the cold.
Oh yeah, that one. Now that I think about it, the Russian,
Police.
yeah, not just the police, but they will have to get the they will have to get the secret police involved, the Spetsnaz. No, not the Spetsnaz. Sorry, they will have to get they will have to get them
The
involved as well.
KGB.
Yes,
The KGB, as I call them.
yeah. I thought the KGB was still a thing under Soviet Russia, not during the Russian Federation. But whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
I still call them the KGB.
usually called the Kremlin. Usually
The
called the Kremlin,
Kremlin, the
though.
Kremlin.
But yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure what happened after that. Did they ever actually find the guy who did the donation? I mean,
I don't
do they
know. I don't know if they did because it's kind of weird that they did. Okay, here's the picture of. I'll do the live action one because that's the one that. So wait, that's the one, and they were
Oh,
comparing. Yeah,
I never seen the live action one because I have a
yeah.
strict rule of not watching the live action series adaptation
Yeah.
of an anime because usually
Just imagine if they did a Netflix adaptation and they used James Charles as the
that's fucking okay.
using his hairstyle.
There's a problem. James Charles is not masculine enough to do Josuke Higashikata.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not. He's not. I mean, yes, compared to the lips and everything, he has the lips. Yes, he has the pompadour. Yes, he has the physique. But he'll have to gain some muscle in order to be like Josuke. And actually, and the pompadour itself will have to be bigger. I mean,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, the reason why Josuke gets mad at the fact that people make fun of his head was the fact that someone saved his ass when he was a kid, and he ended up having the same haircut. So the haircut is actually more of a tribute to the man who saved his life.
Yeah.
It's I won't say it's a spoiler, but it's basically the origin of why Josuke gets so mad whenever someone makes fun of his hair, because that'll be like insulting the man, insulting your hero, the man who saved your ass
Yeah.
from a way dead.
The man who saved his ass for basically he basically did that as an homage to that guy
Hmm.
because he wanted to be like him.
Basically.
Yeah, that's interesting to learn. Yeah, and and a lot of people were like making fun of that hairstyle that he was having, making fun of the hairstyle that James Charles
It,
had.
it, it does look like someone you would land a plane in that thing.
In a plane. Well, considering what's going on, they might just send a plane to his head.
Now, that being said, regarding. Oh wow. Oh, did you see that new? Did you see that new It's a Gun the video about the chick who was queefing?
Yeah, I heard. They banned her for that. I'm just like, why the hell would they ban her for that?
It's like that South Park episode. You know the one where when we start queefing and the guys find it disgusting, but then the women find it disgusting when men start farting.
Yeah, and it's like they like the girl was trying to be funny, and it's like he was just trying to show up. Like, you see, it sounds the sound of it on the microphone. Like, you can imagine someone doing an MSR of that. Like, they don't have a problem with MSR, but when it comes to
It
like, just imagine her doing that as an MSR, queefing
oh
MSR.
it ASMR and
Yes.
ASMR are nothing but vaginal farts.
Yeah, I know. It's like
That would be
seriously,
Peter though.
that would be funny. Like that would be the most funniest thing to see her do. But then again, Twitch would ban that too because God knows they would get upset about that. Like,
I swear Twitch bans people for the dumbest shit.
I know it's like the dumbest shit ever. Like, do I have a problem with her doing that? Not really. She basically said up front that, hey guys, I gotta show you guys something. Like, like she put it up in the microphone down below her, and they just kind of assumed, oh my god, this is disgusting. Ew. Like, that's what happened.
She is not a looker either. I mean, let's be honest here. Her face is like a 3. Her body's like a 5. I mean, to be honest for a second, she looks like a former classmate of mine in middle school who had Morphin syndrome.
Yeah, and that's the
Ugh.
thing. That's the thing that bothers me about that is like they literally try to cancel. They literally try to cancel her. Like, they are really trying to go that far with this.
All this
But she
shit,
got,
if you get.
but she did get banned for 3 days. That was it.
Well, it's not permanent at least.
Yeah,
That's something.
yeah. So
I mean, this is the same. This is the same. This is the same video host inside that bans people from calling them for calling them Sims because some of the admins are actual Sims.
yeah, no, they are. They tend to donate all that stuff to them. It was ridiculous.
Between, I mean, this is the same place that will ban you if you call them an incel. I mean, really, all this sincerity, incel is, to be fair, incel is how should I say this? I'm gonna say a lip-hearted insult, a very immature one at that.
Yeah.
I mean, fellas, why? So why if you can't get pussy? You know what? Should that matter to you? That's their problem, not yours.
Yeah. It does sound like something that people would do.
But yeah, calling them Sims is a bannable offense on Twitch. So I mean, I am not surprised at least.
Why
Now
would
that
they do
now
that?
because the truth hurts.
I know, it's like they do that all the time. It's like, yeah, the truth hurts. Like, yeah, it sucks. You can't get a date. Like, the problem with James, he can't find a relationship. He could get the gay for pay guys to date him.
It's not even oh, oh right. Then again, there's Rent a Girlfriend, which is a Japanese thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, in Japan, there's a service where you can hire a woman to be your girlfriend,
yeah. I heard
and then
about
you
the
pay
rent
her.
a girlfriend. Yeah, I heard about that service, especially rent a moms, rent a daughter, rent a.
Rent a daughter? What the fuck?
No, you can rent a family.
Nigga.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
kidding. They actually have this service. Rent a grandfather. Rent a dad. Rent.
Well, man, no wonder she's so horrible was like, have sex. This is a warning you. Final warning.
There's a
You
lot of
know?
things that happen. Like, yeah, it's kind of lonely. Like, it's kind of sad, but that's the reality they live in.
Yeah, all this considered the same is happening in the United States as well. Um, there's a lot of people who are how should I say this? There's some countries are going to what looks like an increased majority of all people. Like in China, it's a thing, and it's partly to do with the one child policy.
Yeah.
What happened was, considering that the only child policy has done significant damage to the Chinese population to the point where
They
uh
can't find any men, but most women can't find any men either.
oh no, and not just that, the women who are like really old, fairly, like, let's say her 30s and single,
Yeah.
they call them
Left
leftover girl.
leftover women. Yeah.
And in the case of China being paid, look, all these people are saying that China is like a progressive paradise. Oh, come on, man. China is easily one of the most racist countries on earth, and also one of the most patriarchal. They favor men over women. I mean, there's a reason why they used to abort women during the Great Leap Forward and onwards during the one child policy.
Yeah.
If you were a female, you were fucked. If you were a male, however, you are a king because uh I'm gonna be honest here. The problem is that China, since China got rid of the public education during the really forward, um, they really haven't exactly learned the basic things. Like there's a reason why they call that generation the lost generation.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm just gonna continue listening to to James Charles.
Ever want to do, but unintentionally was. With this situation blowing up, there are a lot of people speaking about this online, whether it be sharing their opinions, arguing back and forth, or most importantly, holding me accountable for my actions. I understand that posting this video today is not going to stop those conversations, but is going to spark more of them. And that's something that I am completely okay with because I really feel like these are topics that we need to be speaking about a lot more. I also want to make it clear, too, that through uploading this video today, my hope and my expectations are not to press post and then forget about it and move on and wash my hands as if nothing happened, because something did happen. And what happened was not okay. And I don't want to just forget about it. I should have been more careful in every single way when it comes to the ways that I was looking for a relationship. I didn't do the proper research, and for that, I am once again ashamed and embarrassed. I can't take it back as much as I wish that I could, but I am really, really glad that I now fully understand the situation so I'm able to do better in the future, and I really hope to show that to you guys. I'm a firm believer that when scandals or situations like this happen, you can get on camera and upload an apology video where you say sorry a million times all day long, but the only way to actually show and prove that you are sorry is through action and change, and I'm going to change. This whole situation has been so embarrassing and I'm ashamed, but like I said, I'm now educated and fully understand what went on. And I'm making a promise to all of you right now on camera that I will be way more careful moving forward with every single person that I speak to. My For You page and Explore page are not dating apps, and I will stop treating them as if they are. I also have already started asking for proper identification from every single guy that has either reached out or that I was speaking to, and will continue doing so for the rest of time. I now understand the root of the problem. I understand how and why I, and only I, caused myself to get into this situation. I understand that this could have and should have been easily avoided, and I also understand that I need to be aware of my platform at all times. I didn't understand how a situation like this could affect the people involved, but now I do. And for that, to the victims, I am so, so sorry. And I promise that something like this will never, ever happen again. I also feel like I owe an apology to my friends, family, team members, and also fans that had to watch this all go down again. To all of you guys, I once again wish that I had listened earlier on. You guys saw this and I didn't, and I'm really, really sorry for not taking that seriously and not being a better person and a better role model like I promised that I would be. I'm going to be taking some time away to reflect and further educate myself on these topics. I think at this point it's really important that I do so I'm able to follow through with my word and prove to you guys that I will be a better person. Even though I won't be here posting, I do want people to know that I will still be here, available, listening, and learning. At this point, if you made it all the way through the video, I really appreciate it and just wanted to say thank you for listening, and I hope to never disappoint you again. See you soon.
Okay, now, I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is what I think of James Charles. Right now, he's going to have to prove himself every day, because right now he's not going to be able to do what he can do, because he right now is going to basically just take his time off, which is fine. That's what you should be doing right now, and try to you did address the issue. You admit that you were wrong, and I think that's something that's understandable, that you were basically desperate. You were basically wanting somebody to have a relationship with, and that's the problem that I can see here. Now, do I think James Charles deserves the backlash? Yeah, but at the same time, I'm willing to back away from this and realize, yeah, he probably doesn't deserve this. But you can see that the ratio up here in the comments and everything. I'm waiting for the actions lead to consequences video. Some people are desperate and gets them a life sentence, period. Another excusable privilege joke. If this isn't the quite, like, right now, I think the likes to dislike ratio is 84K versus 200K. Like, Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisies. Like, these people are literally making jokes about this. Not his 12-year-old fans trying to defend him. Me too. I'm 12. I think most of them are under 11 or something like that. What? I hate James Charles. I don't know who I'm laughing at. Most of them are 12. Like, this is literally what they're saying. He's a smooth talker. He's only sorry when the cameras are on. Now there's another one. To people saying he's young and still learning, he's 21 years old. He started social media in 2015 and 2016. He should have known. Yeah. Let's see here. Exactly. And the situation happened multiple times before. It looks like he hasn't learned. Exactly. I think we're just people that we have to make mistakes, and that's okay, but he needs to see and don't do it again. That's not okay. My sister is in her 20s and she's not this dumb. I'm 23 and I don't even believe I was ever that dumb. Mistakes would have been if it happened once, but 3 people had come forward, and who knows how many others are. Yeah, I kind of agree with this because this is something that he should learn better. He should have never done it. And the fact is, it's like people are just making jokes about this. Go like, James Charles in 2020. Hi, sisters. James Charles in 2021. Hi, cellmates. This is something that has been going on for a while, and I'm just listening to what James Charles had to say. Do I really want to forgive him? A little bit, but he still has a long way to go, because right now, yes, he was the one that caused the whole YouTube policy, TOS policy, for if you make fun of gay people, you're banned, you're in trouble. And that kind of caused a lot of people to get upset with him and hold a grudge against him. And I'm not going to try to beat off the bush here, but that's what's going on. Do I honestly think James Charles deserved it? Well, he uploaded this on April 1st, and his excuse was, well, it's only 12:30 something p.m. I wanted to go ahead and address this issue, which is fine, which I have to agree. This is something that I will have to say, this was an interesting apology, and yes, he needs to basically, like one person said, actions speak louder than words, and he has to prove it to himself that he can do it. But if he needs, like, I do agree, he needs to not treat his social media as a dating app, because there's no point in using the social media. He should stick to either going out. I think he needs to go out and go to some gay bar or something like that and find a nice young gay man that would date him. Or go to Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure there's gay men that would love to meet you. But the thing is, James screwed up. His name is James Dickerson. It isn't James Charles. Everyone talking about the entire topic of this video. Let's see here. His full name is James Charles Dickinson. It makes sense considering the word son is mostly used to talk to someone's younger than you. If more... Okay. So, turning yourself in, let the cops give you a sister call. Oh God, these people are really vicious on the message thing. So, yes, people don't like what James Charles is doing, and rightfully so. They are going off on him. And James, I'm sorry for being a sex offender, Charles. Attention everyone, be sure to turn your volume back down before leaving this video. Imagine justifying abuse as desperation. His fans were sister shocked. He was sister caught. I don't plan on making any excuses. The whole entire video is full of excuses. Literally, people are making fun of this. Literally making a meme of this. Literally, James Charles went from hey sister to hey little boys. This is kind of sad. Like, this is what's going on. And should James Charles be forgiven? That's the question. Well, that depends. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. This is the live. That's it for the live stream tonight. Leave your likes and dislikes and criticisms down below and tell me what you guys think of this, because I like to hear from any critics that like to say otherwise. So you guys take care. My friend Red is gone right now, so I'll let him go on. So you guys take care. Bye-bye.